What's up, Aquarius? Welcome to your December 2019 reading. Okay, this is going to be for you, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this message does not resonate with you, because it can't resonate with all of you, please check out your Rising, your Moon, and your Venus. You might get a little bit, more clear or better messages for you this month, okay? I want to thank all of you guys for coming to my channel. If you are new, what's up? My name is Danny. If you are returning, what's up? Good to see you again. If you guys are needing or wanting to reach out to me for a personal reading, you can also do that. she'svibeytarot@gmail.com. If you go to my About tab, you can see where I have my menu of services, my pricing, everything. Hit me up. We can get you started and all of that. And thank you in advance for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Okay. Now, I do want to say, if you guys have strong Leo placements in your chart, or if you are connected to a Leo in some way, whether that's your lover, your mother, your whatever, I would definitely go and check out their reading, because you guys actually, I'm pretty sure it's Leo. I'm willing to bet that it's Leo. Got the same spirit animal guide for this month, right? Which is the sea serpent. So very spiritual card, very spiritual animal, right? Sea serpent is very much connected to our second chakra, which is all about our sacral chakra. It's all about our creativity, our desires, our self-expression, all of that. And the sea serpent is very much connected to healing wounds, right? Healing emotional wounds, the ways that we express our desires, the way that we express our sexuality, all of that. It's really big on that, and it's really about coming to terms with how we feel, being comfortable to express it, allowing ourselves to have that vulnerability. And I feel like this month there's going to be a lot of that going on. Actually, this month is actually really good for you guys. It's just a lot of what it seems like, doing hard, good work, right? Finding, still on the same path of trying to maintain and find balance in our lives. And there may be a big decision that a lot of you guys have to come down to making. It feels like it's definitely something in terms of work. If it's not work, it could be something in terms of, it doesn't feel like it's love, although it could be. We're going to clarify all these cards. But it almost feels like you guys might have a decision to make that comes down to something that you've been very comfortable with, or something that is more traditional, versus something that is a little bit more risque. But it seems like it's almost like this other thing may have your heart more tied into it. So it may involve some risks, but I think this is going to be a great month for you guys, I will say. Bottom of the deck, you've got the 8 of Pentacles, which is beautiful. That's all about doing good work, right? This is about having kind of that tunnel vision, really kind of staying out of the mess, building up to that legacy, building up to that 10 of Pentacles. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like money's great. I feel like even, again, the self-work that you guys are doing on yourself is great. I think you guys are definitely on the right track. I think you're getting a lot of, or seeing a lot of success with all that. And again, this month, it doesn't feel like you guys are doing anything too new. It feels like you guys are just really have been working really hard on yourselves in general. And I think that you guys are going to see more blessings start to come from that. Okay. But be mindful of, being able to express your wounds. And it's like I'm pretty sure it was Leo. Like I was telling Leo, holiday times can be a little, they can be either really good or really good, or really good or really bad for a lot of people, just because a lot of us, come from great families where there's great traditions and all that. But then there's another good amount of us that come from toxic situations. And sometimes holiday time means being around the toxic family or toxic whatever. So just like I told Leo, definitely protect your peace this month. Whatever it is that you have to do for you, do it for you, and be okay to express that. I know sometimes people give Aquarius a hard time because you guys are like badasses, right? And you're just very flat foot, say it how it is, whatever. But you are, you're free to do that, and you're free to be that way. Like it's okay. You know what I mean? And I think that, like, let's say if there's boundaries that you guys have to put on a particular situation or people, feel free to do that, because I think that that's going to be the best for you mentally. And I think that you guys are really in a good mental place. So I would maintain that, because again, from that, I feel like there's a lot of beautiful things coming to the forefront. Okay. Now you guys start out with the Ace of Cups. Loves that. Six of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Love these cards. That's really, really good energy. Ace of Cups, of course, that is being in a really good emotional place. That is new beginnings in terms of, could be relationships for some of you guys. Could just be finding joy in something new. It's a really pure joy, right? It's really, really pure. It's the universe giving us something that we are happy to have, right? And you're so happy that your cup is overflowing so much that you're able to be, you know, a blessing to other people, especially sitting next to that Six of Pentacles card, because Six of Pentacles is very much about being a blessing to others. It's about giving back to others, giving back to situations a lot of times. Sorry, half my deck flew out. Great. So I think that you guys, again, are really just in this place where you are working on maintaining your balance, especially in terms of your relationships. I will say that I think that in terms of your intimate relationships, I think things are going really, really well. If you were someone who was always giving to a situation, it feels like that's balancing out. If the other person was always giving to the situation, it feels like you're finding balance with that. And I feel like you guys are in a really good mental place in terms of this Four of Swords, right? Four of Swords is, you know, whenever I see Four of Swords, it's always a message to me like, okay, chill. Like it's a good time to relax. If you guys have been overworking yourselves, if you've been super busy, really take time for yourself. That is a part of self-care, you know, to relax, to read, to do nothing, to sleep. I don't know. Meditating and all that's really, really good. I think you guys are getting a lot of intuitive hits right now, which is great, right? Because the Ace of Cups does talk about that too. It does speak on intuition. And of course, with this Four of Swords, all that purple, that's all about being connected to source, being connected to higher power, right? It's that seventh chakra, all that purple. So I think you guys are in a really good emotional and mental place. And I think that you guys are starting to see how that's balancing out in your life, which is really, really beautiful. Now, with the Ace of Cups, you've got the Hangman clarifying that is Pisces energy. So some of you guys, this could have to do with the Pisces person, whether it's your lover, your child, your whatever, but it's almost like, I will say something new could be presenting itself this month, that it could be something that you've been waiting for, and it's a situation that you've had to surrender to, right? Because the Hangman, it tells us to surrender. It is forcing us to surrender, right? And it's really forcing us to surrender because it requires us to look at something from a different perspective. Now, Aquarius, you guys are very headstrong, which is one thing that some, you know, like, I love about you guys, but also about you guys. That's because I have an Aquarius brother, so I get you guys. Very headstrong, very smart, but sometimes we have to take time out to look at things from different perspectives, especially if this is having to do with a relationship. Let's say if you and your lover have been having a disagreement about something and you guys just couldn't get on the same page about like one particular thing. It doesn't feel like it's anything huge, but it feels like it's something annoying enough that keeps coming up. I think that you guys are finding perspective. And I feel like you guys have really worked out a way to balance things out. Again, you got that Six of Pentacles next. So it feels like things are really balancing out. There's been a victory there, right? And whatever this is, you guys have decided to go on this new journey. So I don't know. I feel like for those of you guys who maybe been having little quarrels about something where you just couldn't get on the same page about something, I think that this is a month that's really good in terms of getting on the same page, and deciding to go at this thing together, right? And things being very equal, very balanced, very fair. And I think that was, you know, if it's something, again, that's been long lasting, it was requiring you to kind of look at things from a different perspective, and maybe even that other person too, right? Not just you, but it just required a little bit more compassion, I think, on both ends. And now I think you're in a place where you've got that, because I think you guys feel really, really good. Like, this is good energy. Now, Six of Cups. What is clarifying that is Queen of Wands. Yes, so especially if you guys are dealing with someone who is a fire sign. Again, it could be that Leo, because they got the same animal card. So you guys could be going through the same thing together, but different. You know what I mean? But Queen of Wands is very attractive. She is attractive, like in every sense of the word. She attracts all the things that she wants. She attracts opportunities. She attracts men, you know, women. She attracts everything. And she's fun, and she's lighthearted, and she can be impulsive, but she doesn't do anything that she doesn't want to do. This is someone who is very much led by passion, which is a beautiful thing because you always know where a Queen of Wands person stands, right? Think about your favorite Leo or your favorite Aries or your favorite Sagittarius. They don't really stay in situations they don't want to be in, right? And the situations they are in, it's a lot of times driven by passion, right? It's because that's where they want to be. So especially if you are in a relationship with a fire sign person, I feel like things are balancing out, especially if it has to do with finances. Maybe they were the breadwinner and, you know, maybe that was making you feel a certain way. Maybe you were the breadwinner and that was making them feel a certain way. But it feels like through all things, your communication's great. It feels like you guys are balancing out. It feels like you guys are starting to see more eye to eye. And that's because I think that someone really let down a guard and is like, look, we just got to figure this out by any means necessary. And any type of arguments or disagreements about whatever the thing is, it just isn't as important anymore. You know what I mean? And I feel like you guys are in a very, very, very balanced place. So Four of Swords, again, that is that card about kind of chilling and really giving yourself a moment, giving yourself a break. Now we have to remember the Four of Swords follows the Three of Swords. And Three of Swords in tarot is a lot about heartbreak and disappointment and lies and all the bullshit that nobody likes, right? But the Four of Swords is kind of like that rest afterwards. So again, I think things have really balanced out. This is a great time to just be with your partner and feel very good and balanced and free with that. But also for you guys, remember, taking out the time for yourself. Holidays can be a lot. If that means that you have to separate yourself from family, do it. If it means that you need to like kind of separate yourself from certain friends, do it, whatever. You guys got the King of Swords, which is clarifying that is your energy. So Swords energy, you know, that's air energy. Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. It's about truth and diplomacy. It's what's fair. It's very logical. It's very smart energy. I think that you guys, again, if you are feeling overwhelmed, especially emotionally overwhelmed, or if there's anything kind of coming up from the past, because with the Sea Serpent, again, that lets me know that there could be some old emotional wounds coming up from the past that are resurfacing that maybe you have to address. Give yourself a moment, and it's okay to be clear, and it's okay to communicate to people like, look, I need a moment. Like, it's okay. I think that is great too, because then that makes you guys not go into this mode of where you're agitated and then you end up just kind of like snapping on people. So give yourself the moments that you need. Give yourself, you know, the whatever, if it's whatever it is that you need. I don't know. This is general. It could be different for everybody, but give yourself that, because you don't want to become that snappy, mean person. I think things are overall really, really good this month. I just think that there are some things or feelings that may resurface, that maybe resurface every year around this time, right? So maybe this is the time, this is the year that you guys are in a better place to where you can actually address those things and do it in a more diplomatic way, okay? Now, Two of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, love, 3 of Cups, yes. So Two of Pentacles is actually what's in your environment. Again, I feel like for a lot of you guys, there's things going on with jobs that it's giving you some options. Ooh, yeah. Now, Empress is clarifying that. So Empress, to me, she's all about creation, right? She creates whatever it is that she wants to create. She's able to harvest whatever that she wants to harvest. She's able to manifest whatever it is that she's trying to manifest, right? And it's because her energy behind it is so attractive. Like she just brings things to her, right? Again, I was telling you guys at the beginning of the reading, it feels like there's almost going to be a decision between something you've been doing and something that's been comfortable and something that's more, you know, speaks to more of your creativity. And speaks more to your creativity. A lot of you guys might even be trying to balance right now your work life and like, let's say like you're moonlighting, right? So maybe you're working a regular job during the days and you're trying to balance how to still have time in order to do the things that you really love, right? So you can eventually pursue that 100%. And that's great. Remember that Four of Swords of giving yourself moments, giving yourself breaks, right? Because you guys can easily get burnt out with this. I just think that there's been a lot of balancing going back and forth. And this could be having to do with like a job that you're at currently. This could have to do with not even a job at all. This could be having to do with balancing kids. This could be having to do with, you know, balancing whatever. But it feels like for a lot of you guys, there's opportunities in terms of your career that are going to put you in a really cool place, because I think that a lot of you guys are going to be meeting a lot of people who, you know, like help you out and give you the information that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise, or introduce you to a certain person that maybe you wouldn't have known otherwise, that sort of thing. I just feel like there's a lot of opportunities coming to you. And with this, it's kind of creating like this, oh shit, like, and right now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I think you guys are really in a place where you're trying to balance all of the things, which is beautiful. Page of Swords is coming out to clarify that Ten of Cups. Now, we know Ten of Cups is all about emotional happiness. A lot of times this can have to do with family. This can have to do with kids. Now, pages can have to do with children too, because it is a young energy, especially if you have a child that is a Libra, a Sagittarius, I'm sorry, whoop, nope. Well, I said it, so it might mean something. A Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. Some of you guys, there's talks about, some of you guys want more kids. Some of you guys want more kids, and you know what? That could be what this whole, yeah, I'm feeling that strong. Now, this is not a message for everybody, but some of you guys, there's been a lot of talks with you and your partner about adding to the family. You've got the Seven of Pentacles here, right? That's all about planting seed. And Seven of Pentacles, we don't know exactly what is going to come of it, right? We don't know if what we planted is a bunch of duds, or if it's a bunch of, you know, good, fruitful, whatever, but it's almost like that waiting game too. Sevens also have to do with strategy, and they have to do with inner questing. So I feel like a lot of you guys, there is talks of adding to your family unit, your family dynamic. Yeah, especially if you have 3 kids and you're thinking about a third. I'm feeling that strongly for you guys. Now, 3 of Cups with the Magician. Loves it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling, definitely feeling addition of family. But again, this is a really, wow, bottom of the deck again is that 7 of Pentacles. Okay. This is a really good time where a lot of people are together, whether you celebrate like, you know, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas or not. This is a time where most people are together a lot during the year. And so I do feel like you guys are going to be coming together a lot with people, which is really, really good. I think there's going to be a lot of joy to be had, a lot of things to celebrate, a lot of serendipity. Loves it, right? The Magician. Ooh, with this Magician clarifying it, there's something about more, it's something about an add-on with the family, it feels like. Some of you guys are determined to make that happen. I'm going to pull one more card for that. King of Pentacles. There's a need to find, though, the balance and really stabilize what you've already got before you move on. And that could be like what's the argument between you and your partner. Whether you're the one who wants more kids or they're the one who wants it, it feels like there's like a practical side where it's like, okay, but let's make sure that we are set financially. King of Pentacles energy, that is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But this person is very money connected. This is a great father, a great husband. It's like that type of energy. Very stable, very secure, very loving, very grounded, right? So it's almost like, for some of you guys who were doing this hangman thing, and if it had to do with children, it was like a waiting till you felt like you had all these different elements in place before you could add to your life. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like you guys have been trying to be very smart about it, either you or your partner, but there's been planning and all that's gone into it, right? Now, we've got 9 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and Judgment card as added messages for this month. 9 of Cups, that's all about emotional satisfaction on an independent level, right? Now, I love that we have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. I think this is going to be a really happy month, especially, look, 3 of Cups again. I think there's going to be lots to celebrate, lots of happy emotions flying around. Again, there might be some moments where you guys have to dig up old wounds in order to move forward. But I think this is overall a really good time. Now, 8 of Wands coming in, clarifying the 9 of Cups. Nine of Wands or Eight of Wands is all about communication. A lot of times it's about travel, quick travel. Travel could be on the plate for you guys. Definitely. I don't know. I just feel like something's going to come in fast that you weren't expecting. It's almost like I want to see the Tower card here. I'm feeling it, but I don't see it. Three of Pentacles, Lovers. Love it. Three of Pentacles is a very collaborative card. It's about three people who are so unlikely coming together and really making something pop. Again, if you guys have opportunities in terms of your job and you're almost like weighing out, especially if you've got two options and you're weighing out what's comfortable and what you've always done versus something that you're really passionate about, but it's going to take a risk, the reward is in the risk. The reward is in the risk of trying something new, in the branching out, in the doing something that's maybe unconventional, something that you haven't done before, but you've got this passion for it, this vision for it, right? Lovers card, because Lovers card isn't always about relationships. Lovers card is about, well, I love Lovers card because really it's about coming to one with self, right? It's about having a love for yourself, community, humanity, everything, right? It's about being in an overall really good place. Is something new, which you might stumble across this opportunity through friends or, you know, just meeting people and like, oh, you do this, oh, I do that. And like, you know, do a little collab type thing. This is where you're going to find your happiness. This is where you're going to feel like things really, really fit. I will say that. If this is feeling like job shit for you. Now, you got that Judgment card. That is all about Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups. Interesting. Yeah. I feel like where you feel stuck, especially, so let's going back to the job thing. If you're feeling stuck about something, right? If there's a job that you're feeling stuck in, Eight of Cups, walking away emotionally and walking away in general, I feel like you guys are going to walk away. I really feel like, okay, so if you guys are kind of on the fence about doing something that you've always done and doing something new, I think your reward's going to come in the risk. I think your reward, your happiness, your money, everything is going to come by you kind of taking a chance. Because what happens is, it's like almost like by you guys having this, yes, Four of Wands is at the bottom. Yeah. There's something that pulls you back and from time to time makes you feel stuck or like makes you feel stuck in a situation, but you don't have to. I think you guys are actually being urged to try something new, to branch out, to do, you know, to follow your heart, Nine of Cups, to follow what makes you happy. And I think that once you do, things are going to move very fast, Eight of Wands. Things are going to pop, right? But you got to get clear with this juggling stuff. And I think, again, for those of you guys who maybe like you're trying to be entrepreneurs and do something on your own, this moonlighting phase, I think pretty soon you guys are going to come to a place where you'll be able to do just what it is that you're passionate about, and that will be able to sustain you, which is beautiful. Really, really beautiful, because you guys are doing really, really hard work. It's paying off. It's paying off. Everything is paying off. On a you level, make sure that you are, again, giving yourself rest, giving yourself breaks. If there's emotional wounds that are coming up this month, tackling them right before they get too big and too overwhelming and too out of hand. Some of you guys are definitely thinking about increasing your family, which is beautiful. Just make sure that it's something you're comfortable with. Making sure, you know, listen, nobody's ever really fully prepared to have a kid, I'll tell you that. But there are ways that we can be smart about it, right? And I think that's what you guys have tried to do for those of you guys who are in that situation. I think this is beautiful, actually. Yeah. I think you guys are in a really good place. Now, sever vows of poverty. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. That's beautiful. So again, severing vows of poverty or self-denial that you've made consciously or unconsciously. That talks about the sea serpent too, right? Healing old wounds. Really, again, severing those vows of like feeling like you're not enough or feeling like you're too poor or too this or too that, to whatever it is that makes it so that you guys can't go and do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that fulfills you, okay? And then you guys have wedding. This situation involves marriage. Some of you guys might be getting closer to that marriage thing. We do have the Lovers. We do have the Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups. Okay. Magician. Okay. Empress. Okay. So maybe Judgment. Okay. And then you guys have deception. Someone is wearing a fake, a false self mask in this relationship. This feels like, again, going back to healing old wounds. This doesn't feel like, I know it says deception, but it doesn't feel like there's any shady shit. I'm being honest with you guys. It doesn't feel like that. But it feels like there may be old things that you have to tackle in order to move forward in your relationship now. Like maybe you have to deal with your daddy issues or your mommy issues or whatever, in order to either move forward in your relationship or be in a place where you feel like you want to expand your family, that sort of thing. Really dig deep. Dig deep in your time where you guys are spending alone and resting. Dig deep, okay? I think this is going to be a beautiful month for you guys. I'm excited. I love you, Aquarius, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.